let's take a look at the commercial here and see if we can figure out what's going on here. If any of you guys know what this ship is or what it does, please fill me in. Oh, it's just kind of creepy. Huh. This could be any outpost in the verse, right? Because they're all in the middle of nowhere. Something out there in the forest. Something magical. I do like the music for this one. Very close encounters feel. Not too shabby. Embrace innovation. Alright, hold on, I gotta go back there. And that's the Gatac symbol, right? That's pretty neat, I think. I'm not sure what to think of it quite yet. Definitely very, I'm getting like very, well, I mean, maybe it's probably the way this commercial is shot also and the way it's presented, but getting some very like close encounters-ish kind of like, you know, vibes here. Definitely not human, right? Anyway, let's, I think there's an Inside Star Citizen where they kind of describe what the ship is like, so I want to check it out a little bit. By the way, this video is like, I think 22 minutes long. I don't think I'm going to watch the whole thing, but I just want to see enough of it so I can get an idea of what this ship is, what it does.
To make it. By myself. Michael Oberschneider did the Raylan, and I scouted a lot in his old sketches and the first phase of the ship, and I found a pretty nice triangle sketch, and that's where we started from.
We really wanted to have this feeling of grandeur. It's a relatively small ship, but all its kind of stylings and its shape, language and forms really are there to make it feel strong and impactful, and so we really tried to kind of push that as much as we can.
Is it feeling strong to you guys? I don't know what to make of it, actually. Let's see. Gatac's back, baby.
The Gatac Syulen is Gatac's introduction to the civilian space market with a essentially starter ship from an alien race.
It's kind of really
Are they back? All they did is derail, right?
What that manufacturer is for us.
It has everything any player needs to take their first steps in the universe. It can carry cargo. It's got onboard living quarters and a good selection of weaponry for a starter to not die immediately when you get out into hostile space.
When
not too shabby, living quarters. I like that.
We really wanted it to feel kind of just superimposing. It's got this amazing stance where it's kind of towering above you.
The Syulen is almost this monolithic structure that will appear in your hangar, unlike anything you'll have seen before. It's very dominating, almost Sith-like, dare I say it.
With its...
I'm sorry. I was a little distracted here, because is there a guy floating behind him over here? Let's see.
Dominating.
Yeah, there's a dude, like, floating behind him, right?
Structure that will appear in your hangar, unlike anything you'll have seen before. Is very dominating, almost Sith-like,
I don't know.
I say it.
With its vertical design, it looks completely different to any other starter ship that we've brought out before.
You'll notice it's a very polished ship, very deliberate with all of its forms and shapes, but then when it comes to its mechanical structure, it's not like our manufacturers like Origin, where it's very high-end but exposed almost, more like Drake. So you'll see all the mechanisms, all the inner workings.
Alright, so it's the alien Drake. Not sure how I feel about that. Especially because the railing looked very high-end, but let's see.
As you approach the interior of the ship, you'll notice a little button on the side. You press that, and the wall of the exterior will cascade down into a set of stairs.
You'll be greeted by like this crazy Gravlev sort of animation where the sort of wall fractures and spreads out. Something rooted in the Xi'an lore about their trivial use of Gravlev tech, and just to be able to see it like sort of do something crazy that we can't do with most of the ships is really
Let's just
cool.
face it, it looks
As you
cool,
enter the
right?
ship, you'll be in what we call the airlock or the ground floor, kind of like an engineering space. All the walls feel quite clean, quite sleek.
You get quite an unusual sense of the
This gives me kind of like a consolidated outline vibes though with the Nomad, which I think some people speculated the Nomad was supposed to be an alien ship, right? Oh, we got Shadow in the house. 07. Glad you could join.
place because of the rock materials that you've got going on that feel very alien when you walk onto a spaceship.
All of the walls, the panels fly out, separate, and reveal these crazy big component bays, an armor locker, and also a really cool weapon rack that pops out the wall using that cool grav tech we spoke about.
Nice.
In
I like
between
that.
two of those component bays, you'll notice the lift embedded into the floor. It's got a really cool glass floor to it, and you'll notice a nice hover plate of Xi'an text, which we've kindly translated into English for you.
We wanted
Very
it
cool.
to feel like it could be inhabited by both Xi'an and human. That was kind of like a design ethos we had. So you'll go on the elevator, which features both.
So once you use the lift to enter the habitation deck, you'll notice a really nice small space, quite simplistic, but that's kind of like how the Xi'an like it.
The Xi'an are very close to nature. We wanted to create this sort of like cave feeling in a couple of places. That was in the
All right, I was going to say it was very Shekshi feel, but now that I'm looking at this organic feel, I don't know how I feel about this. Let's see what you guys are saying over there in chat. So, Shadow goes, I love the new alien ship. I'm not sure I need the ship, but I need the ship. I don't know, you know, I tend to buy everything, so I most likely will probably get this, I think, depending on what the price point is. Let's see what that is. I'm sure they'll talk about that a little bit later on, though, so we won't spoil it.
bed, and that's a really nice little area for you to lie down at the end of a journey.
Kind of like a hab almost, like the way it kind of is embedded into the wall. Still comfortable though, I can assure you.
It's a lot warmer, a lot more inviting, yet through its materials it still feels like a bit alien. On your
Does it have a crapper? I just need to know if it has a crapper.
left, you've got a bathroom.
You're talking to
Oh, first time I've seen this. I didn't know he was going to say that, but okay, it's got a bathroom, so we're cool.
Lloyd about the bathroom, right?
The bathroom is, you could say complicated, I would say amazing in terms of design.
All right, God, what is that movie with Sylvester Stallone, where he goes in the future, I think? And they talk about using the bathroom with the two shells. For some reason, I'm getting that image right now. I mean, how does an alien ship work with the bathroom? How does it interface properly with our parts? I mean, I don't know. Is this a Xi'an ship? I don't know what their physiology is, how it works with ours. The Xi'an doubles as your sink. It has two crappers, one for humans and one for Xi'an, Shadow says. Okay, thanks for filling me in there and letting me know. Well, I guess for men out there, yeah, two crappers is better than one, right?
It's definitely over-engineered.
The first thing you will notice is this silver sink almost on the left-hand side.
Which will serve two purposes if you know a little bit about Xi'an lore. So Xi'an poop a little bit differently to humans, so they use that, we use our toilet. The whole door breaks into a load of pieces. The toilet roll holder sort of assembles itself.
With the most elaborate animation I think that's
It's too complicated for me.
ever been put into a video game for toilets.
And again, it was just sort of a show of what's trivial to them is like elegance and
Toilet
high-class
citizen.
design to us. It was just a nice little feature.
It does rival an Origin crapper, though. It does.
We wanted to incorporate that sort of how they would live if they were on the ship and how humans would live on the ship.
As you go up into the cockpit, you then have a full open space.
What I like to call the cathedral. The light cascades down.
I must say, for a starter ship, I think somebody said this is a starter ship. This is pretty impressive, I think.
And you see the seat presented to you almost like an altar. You enter the seat and you float up on your back, almost like you're about to launch into space on a
Whoa,
rocket.
get the heck out of here.
And this massive mechanism of plates
It's like an amusement park
assembled
ride.
behind you using grav tech to hold your seat in place. Really makes you feel like a badass just before you take off.
One of the best experiences in the ship is when you sit in that pilot seat and it kind of transforms and the ship moves around you
Yeah,
to
that
kind of
is
put
cool.
you up into position within the canopy. With most of our ships, you sit horizontal to the gravity plane, whereas with this, you're sat on your back, kind of facing straight up to the stars.
So we didn't really get to see how the Raylan does this, I think. Is this going to be the Gatac style? Like, are all their ships going to be like you float up in there like that, you think?
The world is a completely different angle, and it gives a completely different feel to the ship.
For the art team, the vertical takeoff was great. It was one of the things that we were like super keen on getting in from the very start.
Nice.
It may have caused a few headaches for some of the other departments that we work with. There was quite a few people that kind of doubted whether or not it was going to function.
All right, I hate to say this, but this looks a lot like a EVE Online ship to me. Looks like one of the early Galente starter ships, actually. I'll look at that from the side profile, but you know, it's not surprising, right? Because Star Citizen somehow always just manages to make a ship that seems like it's inspired from somewhere else. But this is pretty slick. I like the takeoff so far. Let's see. Shadow says the Raylan is more horizontal. Okay.
But visually, it gives such a nice kind of silhouette to the ship.
I like the fact that we were applying a very traditional technology in space exploration to something so advanced.
Flying it is one
Very
of those
humid.
things, the first time you take off in it, your brain has to do a bit of recalibration compared to every other ship in the game.
If you look at the stars, you will see them going from up to down and not from left to right.
Wow.
Fundamentally, you still fly in the direction you're pointing. It's just that you land and take off essentially 90 degrees to what you are adjusted to. If you throttle forwards, you go up, but that's the direction the ship is pointed.
Obviously, Xi'an used Gravtech quite a lot, and we wanted to make sure we
Well, I mean, it's not too complicated, right? I mean, wherever the ship is going, throttling forward, it seems to go in that direction, right? I'm not sure I quite understand the point that they're making there, but I guess I'll go back. But this makes me wonder, like, are they just doing it because it's cool? Or in lore, is there some reason why Xi'an would take off and fly this way?
leverage that as much as possible. However, for things such as wings and thrusters, I think it's really important that we keep that to a minimum. If something's heavy, like, we can't rely on gravity to keep it on.
It has probably the most amount of maneuvering thrusters.
All right, so Shadow says, and it's a good point here, I think, that getting out of the hangar horizontally while your ship is pointed towards the ceiling isn't as easy as it might sound. And yeah, I mean, coming from a guy who's challenged normally, I could see that. But I'm thinking the ship is pointed up, right? So, you know, especially if it's a top-loading hangar, yes, typically we tend to use, what is it, the lateral thrusters, the up and downs. But I think also, like, if I know that I'm pointed upward and I just need to fly up, I don't think it's going to be that hard to think just push forward, right? Because you're going to like float in that seat and you're going to be pointed straight up, right, at the ceiling. So I don't know. I don't think it would be too much mental gymnastics, but I could be wrong. You guys can laugh at me whenever I get this thing and try to get out of the hangar. Let's see. You also say that it's going to be $65 solo war bond, $72 game package. Well, what's that mean? Oh, game pack with the game package. Okay. Like Squadron 42 added in there and all that stuff. So what is the price if you're not doing war bond, if you're coming in with credits? That's an alien ship, so you're getting that alien tax. I'm not crazy about paying $65 for a starter ship, but obviously you're paying for the coolness of it, right? And it does look cool. Let's finish this part here.
I think of a ship of this size, 24, that is simply to make it one of the most agile starter ships in the game and to cover the required maneuvering angles on a ship when it transforms.
Should be a cool low flyer, huh?
Once you've taken off and you retract the landing gear, the ship transforms slightly into a more expanded state. The three main thrusters change angle, the wings change angle, and then this requires the maneuvering thrusters to sort of compensate for that. So the amount of thrusters the ship has allows it to be pretty agile regardless of state, regardless of atmosphere or space.
That does look cool.
The vertical takeoff compared to the normal, it's just a completely different feel and you can land in tighter spaces.
My favorite part of the ship is definitely the way it transforms out of landing mode into deployed. All of the wings fold back, so the landing gear is actually built into the edges of each of the wings. At night, it's even cooler. All of the headlights move around because they're all animated on part of the wing, and so does the light pop out of the end of the landing gear, which lights up those big pieces.
Landing it requires a little bit of adjustment compared to traditional flight in Star Citizen. You deploy your landing gear as you would, the ship transforms, the landing gear comes down. But instead of landing on your belly, you essentially land on your behind.
It kind of gives the nod back to some of our classic kind of
So you basically land on your ass? Basically fall on your ass? Is that what he's saying?
modern day space shuttles, but it kind of gives a real unique experience on takeoff and landing.
It takes a little bit of getting used to, but the payoff is just the way the ship flies and the silhouette of it, and just
that is cool.
The unique feeling, making it feel really alien.
That
compared to
is
our other
nice with the
ships.
thrusters.
So being the first ship from the manufacturer Gatac that people were going to see in game, for me it was really important that it had a real impact on the player.
I think players will appreciate the fact of how much we've managed to fit into such a small platform.
So the Syulen is pitched as a starter ship, but it sort of goes beyond some of our other starter ships. It has a lot of onboard living, so it allows you to do a little bit of exploration, a little bit of pathfinding. It's not as good as dedicated explorers or pathfinders, but it is sort of better than other starters in that regard. The big unique factor of the Syulen is simply the
What's the cargo carrying capacity though, compared to some other starters? Like my favorite, the Drake Cutter. But this is very cool. I'm kind of blown away with the way this looks.
the visual style being an alien ship.
I think we've not had very many opportunities to really show off what we can do with our alien races yet, and so this for us was a real opportunity to really distinguish that ship from our more human manufacturers.
The overall feel of the ship is far, far different to any other that came before it.
That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to fly, or at least try to fly.
On how this thing works, it was quite exciting to try something different from the usual way we did spaceships.
The concept is completely striking, unlike anything I'd seen. Obviously, being a fan of vehicles full stop, regardless of whether they're a spaceship, ground vehicle, real or fictional, seeing this was unlike anything I'd ever
I'm feeling
experienced
this.
before, and I was desperate to be part of the construction of it.
Compared to other starships, this is something entirely
turned on,
different,
guys.
both flight and visual, and that sort of sets it apart from the others. If you just don't want to be run-of-the-mill Star Citizen player, then the Syulen is for you.
Oh, nice. It's like, I don't need this ship, but it looks so freaking cool, right? You just kind of want to have one in your hangar. Just kind of be like, I don't know, like if you had like a garage of cars, this would be like the fancy one in the corner, right? Where you'd be like, yeah, that's my Syulen. All right, enough of that. Well, I guess we'll come back to this one. It's time to talk about Crusader. It looks like we got the C1 Spirit here. But man, I love that ship. Look at this, man. Very cool. So I was looking it up while this was playing because I was like, yes, this shape of this ship really reminds me of something else. So this is coming from Eve University, which anybody who knows if you play Eve, it's kind of like their wiki site. It's made by the fans with different stuff here. But anyway, this is a Tristan, which is like, it's a starter frigate in Eve Online for the Galente faction. And when I saw the Syulen, it immediately kind of reminded me of this because years ago I used to fly one of these guys. And on a side view, it looks very similar to me. But anyway, it doesn't matter because in EVE Online, you cannot go and see interior ships. So definitely what they've pulled off here at the Syulen, I think is really awesome. I wasn't sure what to make of the name of the Syulen, but man, wow, that is a sexy ship, guys. I mean, ugh, might need to change. Wow, so this is the new ship. It looks great. I like it a lot. I saw you guys just climb in there too.
Yeah.
On the side. It looks kind of like a escape pod. You know how like it lands kind of like, I don't know, face down?
It's kind of like an old style rocket.
Yeah.
So here's
You said that much better than I did. Okay, how many SUs are cargo? I see.
Huh. Hold 6.
Just gonna follow Shadow around. She's done the homework.
2 on each of these thingies.
Thingies, yeah. That's a technical term there. The thingies.
I'm still not sure how I feel about the cargo being on the outside.
Well, I mean, the railing's the same way too, right?
Closing.
That's pretty neat. I like that. Very nice, yeah. And it reminds me of another alien ship, though. I'm trying to think of which one. Is it the
There is also
Cartuel,
a,
maybe?
Fuel port on the outside here. See right here?
Oh.
This is a little fuel port.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. It's got a little nozzle that sticks out. Very cool, very cool. Glad we got Shadow here. She's doing a good job showcasing the ship. Alright, let's go on the inside. Let's see what's in there.
I like alien ships. Literally, there are very few of the alien ships that I don't own.
So this is a popular ship. There's a lot of us cramming in here.
Yeah.
So, oops.
Might get scary for Shadow.
People waiting to get in.
Yeah.
Is this just...
If you look
There we
closely
go.
at that button, Astro, you'll see that there's actually buttons in the corner of the button.
Hmm.
And that lets you
Oh.
control the lighting for the room.
Kind of cool. I clicked them too fast to really see what it was doing, but that's nice to know.
So it's a bar here blocking the way for our safety right now.
Oh,
because,
okay.
Brangly is up above.
Let's get her out of
yeah,
there.
and some
So
other
if we hit
guy.
this button in front here.
You can go to the top deck.
All right,
should
some other guy.
call it. There it is.
Nice.
Also, did you see the gun rack here on the side?
No, I did not. Let's see.
So if we hit this button here,
Oh, that's so cool. I like that.
Yeah,
and see the blue
and...
spots there are for utility.
Nice.
I was wondering about that.
And the guy there who just pushed me out of the way is the guy who just pushed me out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somehow we're on the top level?
Yeah,
That was
no,
fast.
you're on the middle level.
No, that's the middle level.
Whoa.
Okay.
I just got kicked out of the ship.
I didn't realize I was on the
That's-
elevator because I was just like, oh, how did I get up here? This is interesting. Okay, so this is a very different take on living quarters, huh?
Hello there.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to buy this ship, but
Uh-huh.
I might just have to buy it
Yeah.
a couple times. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Might have to give one away. Who knows? Stay tuned. Alright, I'm trying to
I
get...
just pulled you guys down, I think.
Oh, I found the fanciest shallot for you ever. Did you look at what happens when you push the button?
No, I'm trying to make my way there. It looks like I'm in a
I think you
cockpit.
watched it on the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did
okay.
see it in the video, yeah. Ah, this is neat. Very neat, very neat. Alright, yeah, this is like... Obviously, this is the ship everybody wants to see, with good reason.
Yeah.
I'm glad that guy climbed into it, so you can show me how it looks like being lifted into it. So I'm just gonna have to rent this ship, I think, to really get the feel for it.
These are just more components.
Hey, dude. My turn. My turn to get in.
Click on
There
it.
it is. Yeah, but... Yeah, I know you click on it. I didn't see the option. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's my first day in Star Citizen.
Maybe if you try clicking on it.
Yeah. Alright, it's pretty neat. I wish the top was like open so you could see outside the convention center, but
Yeah.
very neat, very neat.
There you go.
Yeah. Alright, my favorite room.
Okay.
Oh,
here,
yeah,
check
you're
this
right.
out,
I was
check
down
this
here. I
out.
just didn't realize that was the bathroom.
Yeah. Put
Oh,
the
you
toilet
disappeared
seat
on me.
away. Okay, look, watch.
Okay.
Toilet seat now. Toilet seat goodbye.
Well, it's not the first ship to do that, though, right? Like,
I
even
know,
the
but
Argo SRV
it
does
has this little twisty door.
It's the way it did it.
Here,
That's only
excuse
one
me.
of the two toilets in there.
Yeah, I thought there was two. Yeah. Where's the other one?
Yeah,
What?
there is.
There's
Guess you
another
want-
one in here?
She needed some privacy.
I do.
It's,
It's this on the wall here. This is an alien toilet for the Xi'an, but it doubles as your sink.
it's like a his and hers toilet.
How fascinating.
Ew, wait. You use their
Yeah.
toilet as your sink?
Yep, it doubles as a sink. Enjoy.
Well, it's not like you actually
It's like-
have any Xi'an using it. Yeah.
It's like brushing your
Yeah,
teeth in a
you haven't
urinal,
had
though?
any Xi'an aboard, have you?
No. Oh, I didn't mean to
And
shut
yeah,
myself
careful about
in.
inviting guys over, because they'll see it as a urinal.
Yeah, seriously.
How did you open
This is
that?
also a table here.
If I was you guys, I'd not invite
Oh,
any
that's
men
just
on your
over
ship.
there.
Oh.
So this is a table, and if you hit this button, you'll engage the seat.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's also
that's
some
interesting.
tiny windows in the corners here of this little desk area,
Huh.
and there's also windows in the elevator area.
It's a little tighter than I would like, though. But, yeah, that's
It's an
fine.
interesting
Definitely
use
not
of
for the
space.
claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I think I've seen enough for now. Thanks for explaining everything, though. Because I'd be sitting there, like, looking at the buttons forever, like, what does this do? What does this
Yeah,
tire
none of them
do?
are labeled, so you gotta just be like, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, well, this is interesting. I fell out of the...
It'll
You
remain
guys
an
didn't see this, but
token.
I fell out of the train, and I'm freezing my
What?
ass off on the track.
Oh, no. Oh, that's different.
I'm obviously freezing. Like,
Yeah, that's why your face is like that.
that's right, I might walk there faster than the train comes. Oh, there it goes.
Mm.
Oh, look at that. It's dragging me there.
Wow.
Working somewhat, maybe.
I knew it'd work.
Maybe.
See if you can see if you can.
Are you?
I was able to vault
you
up.
lived.
I'm in pain now.
No, you're at 99% health, so you're okay,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Yeah, just put some
well,
clothes on. Maybe
On my
you'll warm
stream,
up.
You don't have your hand up either.
Oh,
Yeah, you stopped now.
looks like I do to me. Okay,
Oh, that must be the frostbite.
I guess so.
Is that how that works?
Place. Yeah, his entire arm is currently dead.
Yeah. So it's just kind of stuck to his face.
Or to it, yeah, his joints are just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Well, I'll buy this for the LTI token, but I'm sure I'll keep it. Because I'm not a fan of elevator ships.
Mm.
Just takes too long to get in and out. And if you're a boxer, you want to get in and out fast.
Well, yeah, there's that. Okay, let's see.
Also, like the UI. That's how it works, yeah.
It's really hard to fly when you got a hand, like, blocking
In your face, yeah. Oops.
Yeah. Let me think now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that worked.
Thank you.
Alright, piece of cake.
Up to the top.
Hey, you just gotta turn down your speed and think about it.
Yeah, because if you do it without thinking about it, you're just gonna crash instantly.
Pretty much, yeah. Even like the way you move the exterior view of your camera is different. Is that you, Scarlett? Most likely.
That's me.
Yeah, I just got
A
clearance.
little bit of a different paint job.
I want to fly into cockpit view, but my stupid hand. It's like,
Oh. This,
Like- yeah, it's just like a nice gimmick ship, but
it is, like, I'm trying to figure out how to take off. What is going on?
yeah, you have to
Me
think
too.
backwards.
Listen, you don't want to hit spacebar, because
Oh.
spacebar is the wrong orientation, right? Spacebar would be
Control.
for you to go, like, upwards,
Yeah.
but you need to go forwards.
Right. Oh. Oh.
Just keep in
Do
mind
I?
which way your body is facing.
You need to go forwards just a little bit, just so you can get off of the ground.
Whoa.
Alright, let's see if we
Okay.
can do it.
We are in formation-ish, I think.
Formation-ish. Should we... you actually have a good view of us.
I'm like cautiously flying, and you guys are like, zoom! Oh, look at the and the IAE sign. That's cool.
Switch sticks. Yeah, that's why I said let's fly into Tobin.
It's got a lot of thrusters on it, and it does slow down very quickly. So, it's forgiving.
I'm just flying now.
It's alright, we'll meet back up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not flying particularly fast, but I'm flying like an ass.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I heard somebody
I hit a
explode.
tree.
Okay.
Hit a tree?
The last one.
If you look down, there's some cool, like, purple orbs you're supposed to be using with your hands.
Let's take a look-see.
And the cockpit.
Yeah, you're right. Like, I don't know how I'm flying without my hand on that orb, but...
Oh, I am flying first person. This is great.
Yeah, I would try it, but my stupid hand. Let's see. Oh yeah, it does look nicer in first. Oh, somebody bought it.
Yeah.
I found a tree. That was a tree.
Damn trees.
Right?
When also in first person, you get the cool sounds of the ship.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Whoa.
Yeah, you left some parts
Oh.
behind on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
I was
you're
like,
gonna
how?
boom.
I'm like, how am I not dead?
I have no idea.
Wait, can you still fly straight?
Yeah, she's flying.
Or is it fly
She's-
weird now?
Ah, it's handling. It's weird. I don't know. It shouldn't be because, well, I guess the side thrusters are okay. When I land, it might be a problem.
Yeah, I don't know how the
Let's see.
tripod's gonna work.
Yeah, I didn't need this ship, but I needed this ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's better than sad.
Wow.
Well, maybe not. But
Okay.
it is a good feeling to fly, though. Alright, I guess I'll bring it back in for repairs, because it seems harder to kill myself at this speed. I'll try to keep it in first person with the hand over there. Because you're right, the view in first is a little bit more exhilarating.
Yeah. Well,
The sound effects.
Yeah.
Huh.
Alright.
Yeah, I really like this paint job I have too. It's actually pretty unique looking.
Well, that part doesn't do anything for me, but... I'm just kidding.
There you are. I wonder how you'll be able to land
Peeking
with
through.
only 2 pylons.
I don't know. I'm just gonna get her in there, though. For now. Alright. I'm obstructing a parking.
shocking.
I forgot to bring down the gear. That's funny.
Yeah, that's important.
But hey, impressively I didn't die.
That's true. You did not go up in a great big purple explosion like.
$70 for Syulen. I'd have to say no. Like, I think it's really cool and everything like that, but it's 70 bucks, I don't know. But as you
65
guys were
war
saying,
5 war bombs,
but-
yeah.
yeah, but even at 65, I mean, I don't know, are you enjoying flying it enough that you
Yeah.
would choose this one
I
over?
mean,
I love it. And if you look at how much quantum fuel it has, it's actually really good for that.
Okay. Well, I guess 2 out of 3.